This will be your main planner page that you're going to operate off of. This is the page you would probably normally watch here, your population. So you would be able to see, we don't have any seed in the planner. It's not running, so that's why they're all red. If it was overpopulating those rows, it would be above this line in the middle. You want that line to be flat-lined or, close to the middle or your target as close as possible. And how you get there, you hit this folder tab at the top that's got the picture of the seed and the sprout where it says seeds per acre there. So that would be that page. Would also show you the row you have that's planting the minimum population out of all the rows on the planner, the maximum rows on the planner, and then it shows you here that it's always scanning rows as you go through the field. Or you can change this to pick a row that you might be having issues with or have made adjustments on and be able to monitor that planner there to show you the population. So the next tab across the screen here on the main page is your skips and doubles. So you got a line here just like on your population page. So if you see on the little seed meter here, you've got some spots for some doubles. So everything above that line is a double. And then you've got below this line on your seed meter, you've got red dots on there, so it's showing you that those are skips. So that's how you average out, or you find out how many skips and multiples you have by watching this bar. So you would be able to monitor that to see if you have some problems on your row unit. It also tells you the max row you have skips on and the max row you have multiples on, and kind of what the averages are for those. The next folder tab here is your CV tab, or coefficient of variation, or basically what that means is your spacing. So, this is an exact emerge planner. It's designed to plant corn and beans and cotton at a maximum efficiency spacing to get that good emergence and thus increasing your yield. So, same thing as on the other charts. You could be able to monitor that per row. It also gives you row by row detail for your max and min row units. Which row you may be having some not achieving that 99% singulation that you would want to perhaps on your corn. It would be able to pinpoint that row as well. The next tab is our downforce tab. So it's going to monitor downforce for our rows here. Again, minimum and maximum on that would show you how much downforce you have. Of course, we don't have the planner running, but it would also show you the pressure in your tank for your airbags for those. The last tab we have here is your ride quality. So this planner will monitor ride quality performance. You would want that to be at 100. That would be perfect ride quality, but as you're going through the field, you may have a field that's tighter on the bottom and looser on the top as soil conditions change. So you would be able to monitor that as you go through the field and make those adjustments. And you can see here it's also scanning the rows as it goes through the field. So these are kind of your main info tabs you would have for that. You've also got a icon here with the magnifying glass on the row unit. So you could type in, I want to look at row 5, and it's going to tell me what it's been doing, target population, what it's actually doing, our singulation, multiples, and skips. All of this information here, instead of just looking at the planner as a whole, you can break that down row by row or scan through here if you scan and hit the buttons to the left and right, it'll do every few rows, every couple rows for you there. Or like I said, you can just type in, if I want to look at row 9, it pulls up row 9. And to get back to the main page, you would hit the back arrow to the left. This would be your vacuum. This planner has 2 vacuums on it because it's a larger planner, but it would show you that on the screen there. You can change these to different things you might want to look at. So how many acres are we covering in an hour, our ground speed, how many acres total have we planted, and then the same thing for this drop down menu here. So you have a little bit of customization on the options on this front page here. Anytime you see an arrow pointing up at a dot, that means setup. So this is going to set our settings. So we would enable fast start when we're letting back down, coming out of a through to get back started. Set your downforce targets, the values you want to increase or decrease those by, or downforce. And then alarms and limits, everybody has their own preference, but this would be where you set those up to notify you through beeps and flashing on the screen if my population gets above or below a certain limit that I have set. I want it to alert me, or the operator that's in the seat. And the same thing for, this list here. It could be, ground contact, our ride quality, our spacing, any of those things. So you would be able to set those to whatever preference that you wanted to be alerted on. So to get back to the main planner page again, just hit the arrow that goes back to the left. So if you're anywhere in the planner, you can hit this planner run page, and it's going to bring you back here to this main screen.